Hello and welcome to the channel Ginger Ninja's Movie Reviews. I am the Ginger Ninja and these are my movie reviews. If you're new to the channel, thank you very much for tuning in, stopping by and checking it out. And for my returning viewers, it is truly appreciated. So, through May, we've been looking at martial arts with a bit of mayhem thrown in. Now this one is no exception. This one is found on Tubi and Plex. So if you don't have Tubi, which is a free streaming service, it's not available everywhere, but if you can get Plex, you can find it on there. So, Blood Fight, also known as Final Fight, came out in 1989, and it's very similar to Blood Sport. And by that I mean Blood Fight, Blood Sport, and also the antagonist, Bolo Yeung. He is the main protagonist in both films. So I actually suspect the film was probably titled Final Fight originally, which makes sense with the plot. But then when Bloodsport came out and was a massive hit, they changed it to Blood Fight to try and get in the Bloodsport audience, try and make a bit of extra money. Now, there will be plot specifics and spoilers will be talked about, so if you haven't seen it, well, you know where to see it. Anyway, the plot involves Masahiro, who's a previous freeform martial artist champion who trains Ryu to go into a competition and hopefully win, as you do with any competition. But he gets to the very final fight and is killed by none other than Bolo Yeung, who is the antagonist in this film, Chang Li. This then sends Masahiro on a spiral downwards until he overcomes and strives to be the fighter he once was. Yeah. Now, this film is really interesting because most of it is told in flashback. You have the start of it, which has Masahiro getting ready for his final fight against Chang Li. Then the rest of it is told in flashback from when he first starts training Ryu all the way up to Ryu's death, to his rampant alcoholism and then training himself to become the next best fighter, to get himself back onto the stage and all that. Yeah, so it is all done in flashback, and yeah, that works for this movie. It truly does. The final fight is worth going through the flashback. The music, however, is very odd. They've chosen some very odd music for this. Some of it is very, and the only way to describe it is circus-like. There are scenes in it which sound like it's taken directly from the circus. I didn't quite understand their choices there. It has a very, I don't know, almost synthetic feel to it, like the music just doesn't suit the tone of the movie and what's happening there. The fight scenes, however, are quite good. There are several which are really decent. When Ryu is fighting in the Freeform Martial Arts Champion, there are some really good fights there. The Masahiro drunkenly fighting a street gang, which has been throughout the whole film. They've always been getting their ass kicked. The fight scene there is good. The final fight between Masahiro and Chang Li is just spot on. It is great. You are watching it, it feels like a down and dirty MMA fight, like right in there. The actual scene, the actual mat they're fighting on, it's got a very dark, a very dingy, almost like a, I don't know, sort of underground fight club kind of thing, but not. It does have that professionalism there, you know, it's got the stands and all that, but I mean, I guess, you can have an underground fight club with stands as well, but who knows? It's just done really well, like it was really good. The other thing, because this movie is done primarily in flashback, you've got a lot of montage training scenes. So if you're a fan of the montage, then you're gonna like this movie. Like I said, it's a very fun movie. It's got some weird music choices, but the fight scenes, the acting is fine. I did find some of the characters though quite interesting. Like they just appeared out of nowhere and I don't know, it was just weird. But It is what it is. And look, Blood Fight, aka Final Fight, I'm going to give a 6.5 out of 10. Highly recommend you check it out. Let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below. If you haven't already, please do hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for future content, come back next week because we'll have another movie for you. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great day.